Okay, it's
You're
recording.
now recording. Oh
Now
no.
recording.
Shit. Don't say the word.
What word? What?
Uh, uh,
All right. This is a new podcast with me, Josh, and
what does that mean?
and
Is that me? Is that when I come
didn't
in?
rehearse this at all. I thought it would be intuition. I'm sorry.
Hey, you just woke up. You want to do a podcast? Also, I don't know what recording is. It's equipment and stuff to have. Just fuck.
All right, just forget the fact that we spent like 30 minutes trying to set this up. All right, so I didn't tell you this. I'm thinking of calling the podcast Slightly Political
Oh no.
because, like, everything I've noticed a trend online, right? Everyone's getting more political, even like the people that don't know anything about politics for some reason.
Everyone has an opinion.
Yeah, everyone has an opinion, but ours are the hottest opinions, okay? We have
Oh
the
no.
hottest takes.
I have a bad bomb to drop on you. I don't really have an opinion.
Damn.
I
that's the
could
hottest opinion to have.
I could care less. There's so much shit clouding everything. People are so focused on everything that's not them, which is crazy because like we're so fucking narcissistic in like the most self-interested way. I don't know how to fucking word it. Everyone's just so judgy nowadays and shit.
Yeah, no, I get you. So I don't know if I ever told you this story, right? But because you're, asking if I had any topics prepared, this is one of the topics that I had prepared. So I work in retail, right?
Mm-hmm.
I work nights retail. I manage nights in retail. So some crazy stuff happens naturally. Now I wasn't, there for this story, but there was one time where so the store that I work at has a like a front end worker who is about like 80, I'd say. No, he's an old dude with pretty moderately severe Down syndrome, and they had him clean the bathrooms one day.
You're at a point where you shouldn't be working.
No, he's fine.
80 and still working?
Yeah, he can.
Holy shit.
I mean, they have him do like stuff like cleaning bathrooms or vacuuming or whatever. So they had him clean the bathroom one day, right? And inside the stall in the men's bathroom is a raw chicken. He goes to, he picks up the chicken. I think he like put on gloves first or whatever. Picks up the chicken, and out of it just comes seminal fluids. Right?
Let's go on.
So, naturally, 80-year-old Down syndrome man sees seminal fluids dripping out of a raw chicken in the men's bathroom. Kind of freaks out a little.
Time is... When you say raw chicken, is it just a like full-on bone-in, like hasn't been cut up?
Like straight from the
chicken
apartment into the bathroom.
Right. It's not like a chicken tendy, like split down the middle for like a little like a late-night pleasure flashlight. It's just a full-on rotisserie.
No, not even rotisserie. Like straight out of the cooler into the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So for the longest time, like I've known about this, like ever since I started working there, that was like one of the things they tell you. Recently, though, I figured out that didn't just happen once. That happened like twice.
What? You have a serial... I don't need a rotisserie chicken fucker?
Yes.
It's not a... It's just... The thing... It's... Why is it... Would you not want it to be warm?
I
At least, like, I feel like it's a weird thing to judge someone on. Like, that's a weird thing to focus on when it comes to this, because the whole thing's fucked. But like, if you're gonna do it right. I feel like, is it still cold?
I don't know. I don't know the answers to these questions, Corbin.
Oh,
But all I do know is, I don't remember ever seeing anything in the papers saying, man caught having sex with raw chickens in a Kroger bathroom, right?
I feel like you keep that under wraps. I think you bribe a few people to not say anything, and you go about your day. Otherwise, you tarnish the name of your establishment.
Are you saying like
Don't really want that.
bribe the cops to be like, look, this sort of stuff doesn't happen here?
They went to the source. They bribed the employee. They're like, look, you can talk about rumors. You don't let this escape. Here, you're gonna sign you're gonna sign a few forms. You're gonna go to my office. You're gonna get a raise, and this is gonna stay hush hush.
Like it was one of the employees that did it.
I mean, who else has access to just? I mean, I guess you just buy it off the shelf.
Yeah.
But like, why wouldn't you just take it home? Why, like, you're just so excited? It's just like, oh man, I can't wait to crack into this cold one. And you just, because it's got to be cold. They did, it has to be cold,
It wasn't
right?
cold for
Because,
long.
because if they didn't take it home, unless they brought it from home, which is a whole nother, like, that's a whole nother layer to this, if that's the case. Because now you're taking. Let's go back real quick. So it has to be cold because it's went from meat department to bathroom, which is like a 2-minute walk.
Yep.
I imagine if they're committing one crime, they're committing multiple. They did not pay for this chicken.
No.
Who knows? Maybe they do have morals and they paid for the chicken and then went back there with it. But that being said, is there just some dude in there smacking a chicken, warming it up, just
Right. So
until it's like preheating it almost?
So from what I heard about the other time that it happened, apparently like there were just like bits of chicken like against the wall and everything. Like they were just really going at it.
They got more comfortable. It was the first time they had to be gentle, and then like the second time they're like, I'm gonna run this shit home. I know what you like.
But yeah, I thought I'd share that story with you.
I'm upset you don't have more on that.
But anyways, so as I was on my way back from the store earlier before we started recording this, like I guess someone's car had broke down just in the middle of the highway, right? I mean, luckily they're like at the light when they decided to break down, but still it caused traffic to back up, right?
There's a whole trunk full of chickens in the back.
It was the chicken man. But anyway,
We finally caught him.
So I get to the light, and it's green, but like traffic is still backed up from the light ahead of me, so I can't really pass the light, or else I would be in the middle of the intersection with a sign above me that says "Do not block the intersection." So I hang back, and this twat behind me decides to honk. Right? It's like, I gotta wait for the person in front of me to move ahead. They gotta wait for the person in front of them to move ahead. There's a whole line of people just waiting for people in front of them to drive forward, and that's not gonna happen in like the split second because there is a problem going on up at the front. So it's like, who are you honking at?
The car horn is a very flawed invention.
It is. Anyways, I look in my rearview mirror, and of course it's a Karen.
How like dead on, like from 1 to 100%, like of the meme. How much of it did she look like it?
Like 100% the meme.
Shit. Okay.
Jesus Christ. In the wild. Absurd. Also, in that message, right, that I was had messaged to you about like uh what I see this podcast as, I had mentioned creating conspiracy theories because there is one that has been like on my mind for the past like months, for the past years even maybe, because I cannot stop noticing the
Okay.
fact that caffeine is in almost everything now. Have you noticed that?
Uh, uh, I'm not much of a caffeine addict, so I've probably either avoided it in some way. Like, what is it in that's different? Like sodas and coffees, yeah.
I've seen caffeinated water. My
That
shampoo has caffeine in it.
you are you sure you're not a caffeine addict?
No, like I grabbed it without even thinking. I was like, oh, I need shampoo. I'll grab this. And then I get home and I look at it and it says caffeine on it. I'm like, what? Like, why?
What is caffeine a byproduct of something? Like it's in
No,
tea, yeah? Like it's in tea leaves, so like maybe it has caffeine because of like it's kind of get that
no, it
scent
was
in a
just like
shampoo.
put in there. Like they just shoved it in there
Raw inject caffeine.
like a raw
What's your
chicken.
hair? No. No. Ca- What is caffeine? Like I know
Um,
like
it's a
besides a
drug.
chemical, what is it found in? It's a more naturally occurring drug though. Yeah,
Right,
like it's
right.
not like some chemical made shit. It's a byproduct of like I don't
Yeah, but
know,
cocaine
coffee
is a
beans,
byproduct
tea.
of friggin' natural
No,
plants.
no. I feel
Hmm?
that's
A
I
drug's
don't
a
know. I
drug,
think
Gordon.
that's
A drug's a drug.
what
I don't know. It's just
drugs.
weird to me that like
Where do you draw the line then? Because like sugar, then
sugar is
like
not a drug.
it's one of the most addictive things in definitely America. Yeah.
Is it addictive?
Uh, how
Like,
many
what if
days
you
have you
have
gone without
sugar
sugar?
withdrawals?
How many days have you gone without sugar?
Like,
Do you
I live
know?
in America.
That so
They put sugar in
you have it
everything,
at
dude.
least once every day? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's like this huge thing, but like I feel like it's the same level as caffeine. I wouldn't put it on the level of Coke. But I mean, also Coke's a weird thing where like growing up, especially around like our age range, like the century we like were born in, I guess. We had like Dare and shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dare was like always like, okay, there's gonna be this dude in a big coat, and he's gonna offer you drugs one day, and it's gonna be a real life-defining moment for you.
Dude, that
And then
made
you grow up
drugs
and you
seem
become an
cool.
adult. Yeah, and it's just like Nick, who works in accounting, is like, hey man, you want a bump? And it's just like, no, I'm good. And he's like, oh, okay. And then you'll have that happen like 20 or so times for like a lot more people do coke than you think. It's kind of weird. Maybe that was just me growing up, but like I felt like it was like a 2%er kind of thing.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
definitely.
it's like a 22%er kind of thing.
Yes. But yeah, I don't know. I think because yeah, Dare did make drugs seem cool. Like it feels like they did the opposite of what it was meant to do. You know?
I think this is rebellious like kid mindset though, no? Like this is don't do this. Well, now I'm gonna. You can't stop me.
Yeah, but they were like, if you do this, this look at all this fun you're gonna be having on this. Here's how easy it is to get. Like, they tell you exactly how to get it and everything.
You kids want to live in a real life cartoon? You want to see some crazy ass shit?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I wake up
Oh,
early every Saturday to get a hit of that. Why would I not just want that all the time?
maybe Dare. Maybe that was the real intention of it, and like they just
Some
say,
sleeper cell conspiracy shit? Is this a conspiracy? Dare was
yeah,
actually here to
yeah. This wasn't the
influence
conspiracy that I was
drugs?
going for this episode. I'll talk about the caffeine conspiracy in another episode. But like we just
Well,
happened
what
to
if
stumble headfirst into this.
into the Dare sleeper cells, trying to
Yeah.
keep everything under wraps.
Yeah, like funded by the government so that they can keep the war on drugs alive.
Oh, I mean, if you do want to get political, the war on drugs is quite the mess,
We can only give
in my
hot
very
takes here.
uneducated opinion.
We can only give hot takes here.
Only hot takes.
Only hot takes.
JFK shot first. Richard Nixon is a motherfucker, and I still don't know Obama's first name.
Fucking JFK shot first.
That's
No, how far down that conspiracy have you gone? Like the whole
the JFK conspiracy.
yeah.
Not at all. Like, I don't feel like it's this
Oh,
crazy thing.
it's
I
wild.
understand. It feels like the whole like jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Like he curved the bullet type shit. I think he just got shot.
No, there's no like curved bullets or anything. Like I don't want to spoil it because like I can't like
Go in depth and talk about it.
You know, just trying to like repeat it off the top of my head.
You don't have the wiki pulled up 24/7. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. You gotta pick a conspiracy theory, and we gotta like deep dive that shit,
Yeah.
and then actually discuss it.
But
Is
no,
that homework? How
that's
deep?
homework.
Is there like a deep? Is there a documentary on it? It has to be, right?
So this YouTuber named Wendigo did a video on it.
Oh yeah, he's been getting real popular lately.
Yeah, I've been following him since he was at like I want to say 60 or maybe
He's
even
past that.
50,000.
He's really past that.
Oh yeah, I know. Hold up, let me
See.
search this video. You need to watch this after we're done. Cause it dude, it gets wild.
Oh,
Like,
it's the session Sarah.
Hey everybody, so
sorry, I'm technologically inept, apparently. Like, you just woke up, and I'm usually asleep by now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually wake up earlier. It's just when you stay up till like 4 a.m. doing dumb shit, happened to prove. Oh, this isn't even a documentary. This is like Charlie Day in the newsletter room. What the fuck?
No, but he like goes a bit in depth on this conspiracy, and just learning about it, it's wild. It's insane. Like,
Only 20 minutes.
yeah, like after watching it, like I am now convinced that it was the CIA.
It was
Just
an
saying that
inside
as a
job
joke.
type shit. Oh.
Wink, wink.
Oh.
I don't want to get.
I'm trying to live.
Totally joking. Ha 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 ha.
I just.
You just.
What the fuck? Sorry. I'm looking at the white, like, just the thumbnail. I'm looking at the whiteboard, and I'm just looking at, like, the shitty diagram of, like, here's the bullet. Here's the trajectory. Like, I don't see, how does it get deeper than this?
Oh,
Like, the man just died.
You can't just tell what he's talking about just by looking at the whiteboard. Come on.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like,
But, like,
I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, the umbrella man. That gets
huh?
a little nutty.
But, like, why is there not a conspiracy theory on, like, Abraham Lincoln? He got shot in the back of the head.
Because,
In a movie
like,
theater.
a whole theater of people saw that. Everyone saw how.
And they didn't stop it? No one in, like, the back aisle was like, yo, Abe, this guy's got a gun.
Mr. President, get down!
Get down, Mr. President. There's no loyalty.
No, Lord.
It's not like he was hard to find. Then again, the top hat's probably like... Do you think he actually just wore, like, a long ass top hat everywhere, or is that just like some cartoonism shit that like he got stuck with and remembered for?
Um,
You
he had to
know what I mean?
he had to have worn it like more than usual for people
What
to.
if he just like wore it once and you really hated it? Like his wife bought it for him and he was like, I gotta like do the tax, you know? Like I gotta wear it once so she knows I love her. And then like that's just part of his character for the rest of his life. Is
God,
his
I
or
would
his
love if
death.
that was the case.
So sad. This is stupid long hat. This is what I remember for that chopping trees, wooden teeth. Oh yeah, I guess the whole abolishing
What?
slavery thing is a pretty big deal, actually. Now that
feel
I
like
think
you're
about it.
okay. I feel like you're confusing the wooden teeth thing with
Oh, that's a George Washington.
yeah.
Wow. I'm not
Wow.
political.
He freed the slaves, and this is how you do them.
Hey, he was known for more than just a stupid hat. Maybe I.
I know you weren't a big fan of that, but
Whoa! Now we're getting political.
now we're getting political. Well, we can only stay slightly political.
Only slight. Yeah, that's.
Only slightly.
How do you like? Is there a scale for that? What's too political?
You'll know.
You'll know. You'll know when it's there because you'll get that awkward silence of, man, we shouldn't be talking about this. This isn't okay.
This isn't.
Nah, I also want to clear up. Slavery being gone, pretty cool. Good job, Top Hat Man.
Anyway, so all right, so Corbin, I got a bit of an ultimatum for you. A bit of a can't think of the word, but I got a question for you.
Okay, a would you rather?
No. So, you're sent back in time. Ignore the dogs. You're sent back in time.
All dogs are just like.
Is my mic not picking that up?
Yeah, they're picking up.
Oh, okay.
Just making sure it wasn't part of the time travel experience.
We're leaving them in. All right, they're not getting cut from the podcast.
We'll
This
keep
is
the
all staying
dogs.
in. Anyways, so you're sent back in time to Nazi Germany, just as Hitler is taking power. But your presence there causes a butterfly effect to happen that causes Hitler to die before he can do all the Hitler stuff, right?
Okay.
And this in turn will cause like a sort of paradox, right? That'll, cause the fucking universe to collapse or whatever. And the only way
Completely changes such. Yeah, because
the
of the
only way to
impact.
save the universe is to take the role of Hitler and go through his motions.
Oh
do it.
no! Hat.
Yeah.
That's a good anime villain plot. That is that is a good twist of like, if you want to throw time travel in your plot and you're just like, this guy's evil, we gotta defeat him, and he's like, listen, this is actually the big plan. This has all been like the universe is collapsing upon itself. If I didn't take these actions, then none of us would be here. Well, how bad would everything's gone? Just everything's gone.
Mm-hmm. I mean, is it worth it though?
Here's my thing. You're asking like if I would, but I think the big question is, could I? I don't know half the shit he did. I don't. Like,
No,
I mean, there's the obvious stuff, but like, there's no way I could like trace his footsteps. Yeah.
Right? No. So like, theoretically speaking, the people who sent you back in time, have like communication.
Oh, I've studied up. I'm
like they're able to, they're able to walk you through the steps.
I mean, I feel like you don't have a choice. But like, man,
you have a choice.
I feel like this is a choice of like, do you want to die hated, or do you want to die hating yourself? Because like, you know the bad. This is like you're doing a bad thing for a good reason, or do you want to do the technical like good thing for a bad reason just because like your own ego is like, man, I don't want to be Hitler. I mean, and that's pretty good reason. No one wants to be that, but do I want to be the reason the universe implodes? Not really. No, I don't want to fuck with that. Do I have to have the mustache?
Yes. That's the most important part.
What if I can't grow a mustache?
You can get a fake one.
You. So not only
I mean, you don't have to suicide yourself at the
I'm
end
not
if that
only
makes it better.
I'm not only role. Oh, I'm gonna after it. That's my only way out of this hellhole. What do you mean? No wonder he did it. I'm starting to think this is a conspiracy theory, and that's what happened. Are you kidding me?
Hitler was a time traveler, confirmed.
So you're telling me not only do I have to like go back in time and take over someone else's life that's no longer there. Also, by the way, the reason he dies is because I'm there. Just don't send me. Just don't send me. Why did we do this? This is a horrible plan.
There's a time traveling mission. They didn't know he was going to die because of you. It just happened.
But they just studied. They just made me study up on all things Hitler and to replace him just in case. I love poking holes in these. How ridiculous they get. But but not only do I have to do that, I have to be Hannah Montana Hitler edition. By like waking up in the morning and my daily routine is like putting on a fake mustache and all that shit. God, I have a stupid haircut.
They didn't make you study up. They're telling you the information as you go along.
Oh, I got like a little buzzer in my ear?
Yeah, they're able to communicate to you through time.
So, but by now it's not just time travel. Now you got multiverses, because if he dies, then there's technically no history for them to know about to reconvene to me, you know?
Well,
time is a weird
for them to know about if you go through with it.
Well, that's a whole nother paradox. Oh god, I hate time travel. Have I told you how much I hate time travel? I feel like time travel has ruined every good movie and plot. I've never seen it pulled off well. Even like in movies like Primer, it's still so shaky. It's still so like, this would have been better without time travel. Like, what is your favorite time travel movie? Exactly.
Planet of the Apes.
Is that is time? Is it? That's like a flash forward. I mean, you're traveling through time. Yeah, you are traveling. More like a back in time thing, like a weird.
Back to the Future. Oh, I don't watch many movies, let alone time travel movies.
I don't think anyone truly loves time travel movies. I feel like it's always done really weird. Like, it's never... Time is such a weird concept to fuck around with, and you got someone with a film degree with no real, like, experience or knowledge on it. Because who the fuck has knowledge on that shit?
Time travelers. Hitler.
Hitler?
Hitler, the time traveler.
Hitler was a time traveler.
Confirmed.
He saved the universe.
Yes.
But he's also a huge asshole. It's a weird balance. It's a weird balance.
It's kind of funny. Like, I've asked about like 3 or 4 other people that same question. They all responded immediately. You had to think about it.
Well, what was their answer now? Because now I'm self-conscious.
I think 3 of them said no. The universe can die.
It's fuck the universe.
Yeah, and then one of them like immediately responded. He was like, "Well, yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, sure." I was like, "Oh."
That's what I feel like. It's like there's not a choice there. You just have to like.
I mean,
kill a couple.
I mean,
kill that. That is the most illusionary choice you could ever present someone.
Like the
Would you rather kill a couple 100 million? Or I don't know the death tolls. I don't know it off the top of my head. It was a tragically large number. Or would you just everyone just throw it all away? Throw it in the trash bin. We're done. Wrap it up, boys. We're going home.
I mean, is it really worth saving?
Now that
is it time to get
that is a hot topic. That's not even slightly. It's a dumpster fire for sure. So like when you say, is it just the human race would be extinct? Or is it just everything? Like Earth just out of existence?
Um, no, it's like everything. Not just Earth, like the whole
Oh,
everything. Yeah, aliens included.
That's a weird concept. Like
Mhm.
nothingness.
Mm.
How does? Because there has to be something for there to be nothing with it. So like, there's got to be something there, right? It can't just be this void. Like
Nope. And it's all because of you.
I did that. Would I? Would it just be me in the nothingness? Would I have to like be in my own little purgatory?
No, you'd all be like everyone would be in the afterlife, aliens included.
But the afterlife still exists. I got you, motherfucker.
Yeah. They'll all know
Well,
you did it in the afterlife, though. Like I said,
well,
they
shit.
wouldn't know earlier, but I lied.
If there's an afterlife in this equation,
Yeah.
I don't want to be Hitler.
Mm.
I've changed my answer. See, the more you dig in, the more the answers change. I've changed now.
But do you believe in an afterlife? Is the second question.
I don't feel like there's ever a solid answer to that.
No, there isn't.
The scientific part of it, I feel like your brain, like, you know how it said like when before you die your brain relives everything in like a second or some shit?
Yeah, I think about that, and then I think, how do I know that this isn't that happening?
That yeah, like you get in this like turmoil of like this loop of just existence is fucking fragile. But like so, that's what I was gonna say. Oh no, oh no, John. This is what happens. This is what happens when it's. This is what happens. Look what you've done. Oh, it's all gone. My brain. I just woke up and I lost all my morning thoughts. I'm not even joking.
Dang.
Oh. So like, what if it's all? It's like dreaming almost. Like, what if you die and like your brain just like kind of has a backup file of like some core shit, and it just runs that on loop until like
crazy theory that I
yeah,
think about from time to time. What if
go for
like
it.
you've already like you've
You've already died.
Like think about like any like near death experience. What if like in those moments like you die in that universe, but like your brain is
Dude,
like, nope.
I think about
Go
that all
to a
the
different
time.
universe.
I think about like if a deer runs in front of your car, or like just like a lot of time it's when I'm driving because like there's not a
Yeah, there's
lot of
been a few
thought
times
going
where
on
like
there.
I'll feel like I've accidentally pulled out in front of a car when I should have maybe waited a little more.
And then
And
the
then
universe splits a timeline.
yeah, and then I'll look in the rearview mirror and that car will not be there.
Oh, I don't know about that. You're talking about like blinking out of a reality almost. Like
But it's
I
almost
was
like
thinking,
like sometimes I wonder like did I just like get put into a different universe where that car just wasn't coming?
instead of that, it was a universe where that car stopped and where it didn't. And so like there's now since that happened, there's one that's slanted off, and this is where I'm dead at this time in life. And then I keep going, and I make more and more of those into an ever branching like tree of like
Right.
dead ends, almost.
Yeah, but like where does it stop though? You know, like
What if we're all immortal?
yeah, what if
It's all
you're
a simulation.
immortal in your own timeline, but no one else is? Like what if everyone in their own minds, like anytime they get to that point, it's just you jump to a different timeline where you're just immortal.
Luckily, it's all a simulation.
It's all a simulation. Luckily,
It's all
Elon
fake.
Musk
I'm
will
not real,
create fat
Josh.
girls.
It's time to wake up.
It's time to wake up.
It's time to wake up, Josh. It's been 20 years since the fire. You have to forgive yourself. You have to awaken.
That would imply that I feel sorry for it.
Well, not this version of you, because yeah, because you've lived a different life than the real Josh.
Could this also be
See,
the reason for the Mandela effect, even?
I really need to look into that because I see that a lot of people talk about it. All I know about the Mandela effect is the Bernstein Bears or whatever.
Oh, dude, I remember like distinctly as a child noticing that it was spelled with an A and being like, wow, that's really weird. Why do they spell it with an A? And it feels like I'm the only person who has noticed that.
I I can't recall, but I don't think I paid enough attention to it because I'm gonna be honest, didn't really read those books. Wasn't seems like furry propaganda. Gonna be real with you. No, it's no, it was just like it wasn't a thing I was into, but like I do remember seeing how it was like supposed to be spelled and being like, that doesn't seem right. Like I feel like this is wrong.
Right.
100%. That's a weird. That's not okay. So like, do you think Mandela effect is also timeline splits?
I think that's like the main idea behind it, isn't it? The fact
Is
that it's
it?
just different like universes merging or something.
What causes that? Because it's like a collective mass, like just remembers something
Oh yeah.
differently, wrong, however you want to word it. Like it's just
I don't know. That's strange.
because if it was just one person, it would be like, oh, that's not a big deal. That's like you're fucking wrong and stupid, idiot. But it's like a whole group of people. I guess it's also a result of the internet being able to come together and like be like, yo, this straight up was a thing, yeah.
I think like for the most part, it's just like small stuff where that you don't like really bother remembering, on a daily basis. Like it's stuff that doesn't take up important space in your mind. Uh, so like when it is brought up, you just immediately assume it should be one way, but then like as soon as you see that it's, you know,
The other way. Well, people don't like
yeah,
being wrong, so it's like it's a weird like. Do they remember it wrong? Or like, did they remember it wrong and they're just
yeah,
doubling down and getting other people in on their idea?
yeah,
Or
because
is
like
it
in to use the Berenstain Bears example, like you would 100% think that it should be spelled with an E, and no one ever, pays attention to like, no one's like that, like laser focused on how stuff is spelled, especially when it comes to like, small stuff like that. You just look at it, you immediately like
like
block
this is
out the
this?
A. So then when someone points out, like, oh no, it's A, it's kind of mind blowing.
I find it weird no one argues that it should be the Bearstein Bears as like spelled as bear. I feel like it's just a missed opportunity for a pun, and it's a children's book. Could have
That's
just
the real
both sides won
Mandela
and there was
effect,
an
right?
E and an A. That's just called disappointment. You missed a perfectly good pun. No wonder that's a dead series.
No wonder it's a dead
Why
series.
is that so? Why was that popular? I don't
It was
understand
like a
how that
really
like it.
popular book series when I was a kid,
Well,
and
like
then it got made into like a animated show.
yeah, it was like a really shitty
The
animated
only
show, but
reason like it became popular nowadays, I think, is because of the whole Mandela effect.
no, because it had popular like because I even saw it a lot as a kid. I never read them, but like it was very prevalent. How? What sparked it? Because it wasn't like Pokemon or something. It wasn't like this huge craze, but like the whole world like remembers this thing, yeah? Or is it
I
just an
mean,
American
you can
thing?
say that about anything. I think like why were Teletubbies popular?
I, Teletubbies sparked a lot of horror nowadays, I feel.
Mm.
I don't know, like something about Bearstein Bears is just so bland to me. I think it's definitely just an opinion based thing, I guess. But like everything about it is just so bland where it's just like it's home improvement. It's just a sitcom with bears as the main characters. That's all it is, yeah. Like it's just
I mean, that's like what most children's television is, or children's media, because I was more familiar with the books as a kid.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching like wacko shit as a kid, or not, just the nerdy shit. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon was like ate shat, breathed it, and just is everything.
Oh yeah.
It didn't have time for Bearstein Bears.
Anyways, and that's where we're gonna end this this test episode.
The testisode.
Testicles.
Cut that. Cut that. Cut that.
It's staying in. Let's go.
No.
All right, we'll see you next episode. I'll probably put some sort of music here. I don't know, some sort of outro. My voice is fading right now. Probably if I know how to edit, that's good too. If not, then look. If my voice didn't fade there, then it's probably just gonna cut out like right here.